Well, behind us, a live look at I-90 tonight as drivers navigate their first rush hour with the eastbound Thor-Freya exit being closed. Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
I'm Whitney Ward. It's good to have you here. So today did kick off a very frustrating few months for drivers as the city has begun its repairs of a main corridor up the South Hill.
The city closed the eastbound I-90 exit ramp at Thor-Freya. Instead, drivers are asked to use the Altamont exit that you see right there. The off-ramp at Thor-Freya expected to remain closed until mid-June.
So today's closure, just the first of many to come over the next 8 months. The city said it's now broken the project into multiple phases, and that will allow people to access businesses still in that area.
The construction is causing some confusion, as you might imagine, on the roads tonight. KREM 2's Janelle Finch joining us near I-90 and Freya. And Janelle, how are things looking at this hour?
That ramp closure that you talked about on Thor and Freya is now encouraging South Hill drivers to use the Altamont exit. So take a look at what that exit looks like behind me. As drivers are heading home on their commute, some of them are getting caught up right off of Altamont. Over the next 8 months, crews will be rebuilding Thor and Freya with concrete to better handle traffic and making other road improvements. Today, drivers were met with backed up traffic as Freya merged into one lane. For South Hill drivers, Thor and Freya are access points to downtown and I-90. Now until the end of November, navigating those streets may take a little longer than usual. Today, drivers turning onto Freya were slowed down by stop-and-go traffic. Construction merged drivers into one lane heading north. One driver says the traffic turned his quick trip to a coffee shop into a longer ride.
It's like, oh wow, it was like supposed to be like a 30-second quick little drive over here, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna hang out in traffic for a couple minutes, and definitely a little hectic. It reminded me of Seattle, like that kind of level of traffic.
Another driver says she may use Regal to get down the hill, taking 57th to 29th, but says other drivers might have the same idea, which could have her still sitting in traffic. The city of Spokane's communication manager says she's already heard businesses are seeing more traffic from drivers using alternate routes. The city is encouraging drivers to be flexible with road changes. The communications manager says 32 different traffic plans were created for this $8 million project. Drivers will eventually see the Thor-Freya westbound exit close and Thor and Freya operating as two-way streets to allow for crews to work on each road. Earlier today, when I drove down Freya headed towards 2nd Avenue, there was a lot of slow traffic. It took me about 5 minutes to get through. Cars began to back up at Freya and Hartson intersection. The city's communication manager says drivers should allow for extra time in that area if it is a part of their morning or evening commute. Live in Spokane, Janelle Finch, KREM 2 News.